If you find your cat only wants attention, or only grants you the opportunity to provide direct attention when you are alone, you'll want to stick around for this video. Are there core reasons why some cats tend to play it aloof when others are around, yet have no problem giving attention or granting attention to a specific person once the room clears? Is your cat doing all of this on purpose? Is it a thoughtful decision, or are circumstances moving all of these chess pieces rather than your pet playing the game? In today's material, we'll talk about fact and fiction, and I'll take a deep dive into that aspect here momentarily, and I'll speak to feline behavior, a more concrete picture of what could be happening within this topic question. I'll do that in a more of a listing style format, and I'll conclude this material by talking about affection as a whole, and why the feline definition of affection perhaps doesn't always mesh with what we would consider warmth and fondness. Cats are very sensitive and very complex animals with complex actions, and more times than not, there's often so much more to feline behavior than simply what is being observed. Interesting topic, and I've got you covered. Stay tuned. Right from the jump, is this even real? On a human level, is it possible that we, just general cat owners, are assigning a potential problem to something that doesn't even exist? Are we mistaking feline behaviors for direct rejection? This idea that my cat doesn't want to show affection when others are around. Is it truly because others are around and that's it? No more to the story? Just like people, cats have all types of personalities. Some are more expressive than others. Is it possible that your cat is expressing affection, just not in the way you want? What is often the case with feline behavior, especially with a topic such as this one, it's not really about you. It's just not that simple. It's more based on how cats like to function, how cats understand and move in their own environment. Think of it like this, a human example. Let's just say you're in a public place, and there's someone you really want to talk to, perhaps show affection to, but you do realize it's a crowded setting. They are entertaining other people, and you realize it would be a bit weird to pull this person aside or to speak to them directly in a very personal fashion in mixed company. On a human level, we understand that there's a time and a place for everything. Now, because we understand all of that, your cat's lack of affection with you in a crowded setting and the desire to only cuddle with you when you're alone, it's similar. Can be very similar. Going back to that human example, you weren't giving the cold shoulder in that public setting to that person. You weren't being aloof. You just realized that the environment, the space you were in, it wasn't conducive for a more personal touch. If your cat is only affectionate with you when you're alone, it's fair to say that it likely has zero to do with you personally and everything to do with the environment, at least many times. And speaking of the environment, cats, they're just not big fans of the rock concert. They like peace and quiet. A structured and relaxed environment. If your cat is going to show affection, it won't be during the Taylor Swift concert right there in your living room. In order for most cats to give affection, they have to first be relaxed. Multiple people in the same room, that can be a source of tension. Your cat would likely scope out the room, or want to scope out the room first before anything else. Feel the vibe of the room. This will trump any type of request for affection or desire to give in to a petting session. When the coast is indeed clear, and the environment a bit more calm, your cat could, at that time, jump on that sofa and become affectionate. Once again, in this example, in this case, it has nothing to do with you directly. It has everything to do with your cat and just cats in general, being sensitive in an unsure environment. Now let's turn things around just a bit, still keying on feline behavior. Your cat knows that calm moments equal better moments. In order for your cat to get the most out of you, they know that you need to have their full attention. In this example, it is all about you. In this case, your cat is waiting for you to be free, waiting for your time to be free, waiting for a time they can get the benefits of your attention. Some cats, if they can see and even sense that you've got a lot going on, they won't even make a play for attention, especially if you've owned your cat for a long while. Have you ever seen a cat, perhaps your cat, stand right on the edge of the sofa, on the floor, but looking up at you on the sofa, sort of looking for a spot to jump on, a free spot, a time to jump? until realizing there's no room or that your attention is indeed elsewhere. Typically in that moment, a cat will walk away. Affection, just in general, it means just as much to your pet as it means to you. Sort of like that human example. Now place yourself a bit on the other end of things. That person, you probably want them to approach you, but you're assuming that, hey, this isn't the best setting to make this work. So, in that example, you're both respecting the moment. If you have found it curious as to why your cat only gives you affection once that room is cleared, it could be because your cat knows that that you are at your best, and you can't really give that best when others are wanting your attention. So, it's best for your cat to wait if they want the true benefits of that cuddle session that you have to offer. Now, what about this one? This is somewhat of an easy one. This question, the only when I'm alone question, is it really true? Cats can give affection and attention in a host of ways. If your cat walks up and rubs your leg, even when others are around and in the room, yes, it's not a cuddle section, but yes, it is also affection. Do you hear your cat purring? Are they hanging out near you rather than the other people in the room, even if those other people are family? Sure, your cat could wait to jump in your lap once everyone has gone, but pay attention to those subtle signs. Your pet could be giving you affection all along, all this time, even in a crowded room. And before I close things out for this content, for this topic, I want to talk about that daily routine, what your cat expects from life under your roof, where your cat expects you to be, everything that makes a routine, just that. If your cat is a bit older, or even just adult status, mid-adult status, let's call it, think about those younger days when you owned your feline, perhaps just a couple of years prior. When cuddle sessions would occur, were there other people around? Do you even recall yes or no? Just sometimes unintentionally, maybe perhaps the room was empty. There's a chance, I would say a fairly good chance, that your cat picked that up somewhere along the way. The environment, it was calm, empty, and things were just a certain way. If your cat associates affection from you with just one-on-one time, that connection, it could become part of the daily routine. If your pet isn't eager to approach you when others are around, it could simply be a situation that your cat has learned through prior experiences that affection, it just isn't had at this time. There has to be a certain environment, and if it's not there, your cat won't connect those dots and won't be eager to give you affection or to receive it. Just like a feeding schedule. Let's say if you woke up tomorrow, started feeding your pet at just random times, especially if they've grown to know that routine, they'd certainly be rather confused. If affection has for lack of better wording, a schedule, then your cat could be waiting for you to be alone simply because it's what they've learned, it's what they know. And once again, like I sprinkled throughout this video, there's a lot more than meets the eye when it comes to affection. Your cat is likely taking in the big picture, and if something doesn't quite gel with that calm and relaxing environment that they're looking for, giving into affection or giving affection, it just won't be on the agenda. It's nothing personal to you or against you. Your cat is not at odds with you. They're just doing what works best for them, and possibly what they believe will work best for you. Felines are quite complex, and understanding their wants and needs, what makes them happy, often has so much to do with the moves they make or don't make at any given time. To the wonderful audience of Senior Cat Wellness, what are your thoughts on this topic? Does your pet wait until the room is empty to jump on the sofa, to jump in your lap? Or is this topic, is it just not an issue for you at all? Does your cat show affection at any time and come and go with ease regardless of the setting? Let me know which side of the fence that you stand on in the relationship with your pet. Your stories and general thoughts in that comment section as always. It's all yours. And if you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.